What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. Today is Thursday, so you know what that means. Today is Throwback Thursday, and today we're throwing it back to rookie Carmelo Anthony. That's right, today we're doing a 2003 rookie Carmelo Anthony Denver Nuggets rebuild today for Throwback Thursday. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys smash that like button. Of course, subscribe if you're new around here. Always greatly appreciate it. Helps grow the channel. Lets me know you guys are still enjoying Throwback Thursday as well, because last week, I took a fat L on Throwback Thursday. I screwed up so badly. I did a 2002 Sacramento Kings rebuild, and I totally forgot to put Chris Webber on the roster, and that ruined the experience for a lot of people. So that's my bad. But we have rookie Carmelo Anthony here in Denver, so I'm excited about that. You have Marcus Camby, Chris Anderson, Ryan Bowen, Blount, and then you got a bunch of 66 overalls. And then if you head to free agency, which honestly, we should have some money because we're not paying anybody a ton of money, we should maybe get somebody really good to put next to Carmelo Anthony right away. Now, Marcus Camby is 29 years old, just averaged 13 and 12. But honestly, looking at Marcus Camby, I would not mind trading him away at this point to start off this video, because, I mean, being 29, I kind of want someone that's around Carmelo Anthony's age, maybe a little bit younger. So that's where we should start things. Let's start off with trading Marcus Camby away. You see this, man? This could be you right here. Today's video is brought to you by Prize Picks. Prize Picks is the best way to get more out of the game you're watching. You're picking overs or unders on your favorite players that you love watching each and every day. Let me show you how it works. Prize Picks is available on mobile or desktop, and you basically get to choose 2 to 5 players, and you choose over or under on their props that they give you. You pretty much have every sport you can imagine on here. But let's say I wanted to go ahead and put a bet on Mitchell and Joel Embiid. I want to go more and more on them. If I get it right, I 3 times my money. Let's say I want to go up to 5 players, which is the most you can go up to. You can go more or more on all of them, and that's going to 10 times your money. I started with $100, and so far I'm up to $500. I've been having a ton of fun over here on Prize Picks. If you want to go ahead and sign up, link is down in the description below. Use code Crushables. Their matching deposit, dollar for dollar, up to $100. If you deposit $100, you get $200 to work with. Thank you, Prize Picks, for sponsoring today's video. Back to the rebuild. So I'm going to be trading Marcus Camby over to the Indiana Pacers for Kyle Korver, who is also a rookie in this draft class, picked 7th overall here. So he's got 4 years left in his contract, and he's going to fit perfectly next to Carmelo Anthony for the future. So you know what? Give me Kyle Korver, and I'm happy to have that. One of the best shooters we've ever seen in the league. So I'm happy to have Kyle Korver potentially start next to Carmelo Anthony. So I guess we are going to be a young roster to start things out. So now you have Ryan Bowen and Kyle Korver, but I would like to see Kyle Korver probably start. Carmelo will obviously run the small forward position, and then we definitely need some help at the forward, and then we could run with Chris Anderson at center, but obviously we still very much need to fill out the roster. So I mean, I could go right away and go sign someone huge. Like, I could sign, I guess Jason Terry would be cool, Jermaine O'Neal, you know, Tim Duncan. But I've gotten Jermaine O'Neal plenty of times, gotten Sean Marion, I believe, in the past, and Elton Brand. Actually, I don't know if I've gotten Sean Marion before. I might have. I don't remember. Baron Davis, 24 years old, could be interesting. You got Rip Hamilton, who I know I've gotten in the past. Gilbert Arenas turns into a stud. I mean, he's 21 years old. He fits exactly what I'm kind of looking for when I need a young point guard. So yeah, I kind of want Agent Zero. Imagine I put Agent Zero next to Carmelo Anthony. That sounds fun to me. Give me Agent Zero to put next to Carmelo Anthony for the future. I am definitely down for that. You also have Carlos Boozer at 21 years old. Also going to fit the timeline of Carmelo Anthony. I kind of like that as well. So I'm going to give Carlos Boozer an offer as well. Don't know if we're going to be able to get both, but you know what? It's worth a shot. So Boozer and Agent Zero to start off this rebuild would be kind of nice. But if we can't get both, that makes sense. What if yeah, no, I can't get both. So unless if I maybe trade some of these power forwards away, which are kind of making some money here. So like Byron Hardaway, no idea who this is, but if I could trade him for like a 2nd round pick, I would do it, and we do that. And then maybe we could, yeah, now we can sign Carlos Boozer. Now we're going to have Gilbert Arenas and Carlos Boozer, which is phenomenal to start this rebuild. So we're going to have those two be really nice additions next to Carmelo. So already we're going to have a very talented roster around Carmelo. And we can get James Posey as a backup small forward potentially. So I kind of like the idea of that. So let's give him an offer. He's going to sign that. And then we should be able to sign maybe a couple more guys. So we got like Juwan Howard, we could bring back off the bench, which has a veteran presence, isn't too bad. So I'll get Juwan Howard back as well. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. So now we have our veteran presence in Juwan Howard. And then if you take a look at the rotation now, it's going to be Agent Zero. You're going to have Ryan Bowen, Kyle Korver. It's going to be Carmelo, James Posey. You're going to have Juwan Howard, Carlos Boozer, and then you have Chris Anderson at center right now, and then Mark Blount backing him up. So obviously there's still more work to be done, but hey, I'm pretty excited about the start of this rebuild. We're not going to probably be a playoff team right away, but it's exciting. We have a very young roster around Carmelo. Kyle Korver should be nice. Yeah, Gilbert Arenas up to an 88 over already. I mean, it's just kind of a cheat code at this point. Big 21, and Carlos Boozer Carlos Boozer is up as well. So yeah, these guys are literally pretty much on the same timeline. So it made all the sense in the world to sign them. So I'm pretty happy with those signings. And Carlos Boozer could start over Juwan Howard, and then you could have Kyle Korver, Carmelo, and then Gilbert Arenas out there. So that sounds kind of fun, and I'm excited to see what this is going to look like. So the rotation I'm going to roll with this season is going to be Gilbert Arenas, Kyle Korver, Carmelo Anthony, Carlos Boozer, Chris Anderson, Juwan Howard, James Posey, Ryan Bowen, and Mark Blount. So I'm very excited to see how this is going to go. Honestly, think this could be a really damn good season for us in Carmelo's rookie year. I would not be surprised at all if we were in the playoffs somehow. Looks like it can be like a 3-star pace in space or even a 3-star 7 seconds. So let's go ahead and move this to a 7-second system, move our coach there as well, and then we can go ahead and summate this season and see how we do. Like I said, would not be surprised at all if we somehow made the postseason with a rookie Carmelo Anthony with the roster we have around him. So hopefully that is the case. Let's get to it. Shaq wins MVP. LeBron James is a rookie of the year in New Orleans. 6-man goes to Grant Hill. Shaquille O'Neal, defensive player as well. Gilbert Arenas, Agent 0, averages 25 and 10. The man is an absolute stud. Kind of a cheat code. I think this is the second time I've signed him in these throwback rebuilds. Really wanted him because, like I said, he was around the same age as Carmelo, so they're only going to be able to grow together at this point. So we get Agent 0 on an All-NBA team? We do. So yeah, man is absolute stud in the simulation. All-NBA third team and all-defensive first team, all-defensive second team, all-rookie team. I imagine we get Carmelo here, and he averages 25 next to Agent 0. So exactly what you want. If we take a look at the stats, we are the first seed in the Western Conference first year with Carmelo. He averages 25 right next to Gilbert Arenas. He had 15 from Kyle Korver, which is also really nice on 47% shooting from 3 as a rookie is insane. Juwan Howard 14 as well, and he had 13 from Carlos Boozer, 13 and 11 not to add. So not bad at all, to be honest with you. Honestly, we might get to the point where we could trade Juwan Howard this offseason for like a really good center. Juwan Howard averaged 25 last year. I didn't realize that man was that like that. But James Posey 8 and then 7 from Chris Anderson. So I don't know if we win a championship year number 1. That would be kind of wild if we did. We get KG in round 1 with Wally Zersey back, or however you say his name, and then Gary Trent off the bench. Then we current round against Minnesota. We beat them in 6, but now we get the MVP and Defensive Player of the Year and Shaquille O'Neal. They, of course, still have Kobe Bryant as well. Rest in peace, Mamba, like always. And, yeah, they don't have a ton around him, but it's Carmelo or it's Kobe and Shaq. So you really can't write them off whatsoever. So let's see what happens. Game 1, we're down 1-0. Game 2, they're down, or they're up 2-0. Can we even it up here? We can. Can we win 3 straight? We cannot. Can we win game 6? We cannot. So we get eliminated by Shaq and Kobe. Makes sense. And then you got the Celtics going and win the championship. We're still growing as a unit, and I think we could upgrade our starting position, like I said. So I think Juwan Howard, as much as I do like him off the bench for us, I think it definitely could be really nice to potentially trade him away for something really good. I don't think I have a lottery pick this offseason. Atlanta, and then you got the Blazers and the Cleveland Cavaliers. So let's keep it going. And let's start to make a big trade this offseason because we have our staff completely filled out. Now we can head to draft night, and like I said, Juwan Howard and our first-round pick might be able to get me like a really good center because I really like my starting 5 with Kyle Korver hopefully developing even more this offseason. You got Carmelo, obviously, Boozer, and Arenas, which is awesome. But my center position is Chris Anderson, so I'd love if I could upgrade that here. So I'm just going to continue to try to add young talent. I'm going to try to get Chris Kaman from the Seattle Supersonics, offering my Juwan Howard first-round pick and a first-round in the future to get Chris Kaman. They do not agree to that right away. I don't know if a bunch of seconds would get this done or not. They don't agree. Do I throw another first for Chris Kaman? Yeah, nope, that's just too much. So if we can't get Chris Kaman for that, then it's not really worth it. Really couldn't find a trade first center just yet, so maybe we can get one in the draft. I don't really know anybody at the end of this draft, so I guess we could just kind of take whatever. This might be where there's really nobody here that makes sense, so the CPU can kind of take whatever they want for me. Dwight Howard goes up top, of course, and you got Devin Harris going number 2. And then if we sign, we got Robert Swift. What is that hair? Oh my goodness. You know what? We'll sign him anyway because he might have some value, I guess. And then qualifying offers, nothing. Okay. Free agency time. I know Chris Anderson's a free agent, which of course I want him back. I don't have money for like a Pau Gasol. That would be really awesome, but I do not. So Anderson's a free agent. We got like Bowen, but I am going to sign Anderson to be my backup center. I want to keep him around as my backup, but don't really want to have him as my starting center. So Anderson, like him as a backup. Nothing more. So center position, you got Tony Kukoc popping up out here, and then you got Vlade Divac. You got Jason Collins, which I guess he's an upgrade, but I don't know. We'll see. Let me just kind of skip through free agency real quick, just kind of simulate a little bit, see if there's going to be some centers more available for us. So yeah, you got Kenyon Martin, stuff like that, but I still want to be able to trade Juwan Howard for a center, to be honest with you. I still want to be able to do that. So Juwan Howard and let's say that Swift guy we just took because I don't plan on keeping him around, and let's throw Crawford in there, I guess, as well. And let's see what offers we get. So we got Zaza Pachulia, which is a young center, I guess. But I don't know how much I can trust him to develop. Tony Delk. You got Quentin Richardson, which if I need a shooting guard, that'd be perfect, but I don't need one. Hidu Turkoglu. I guess you could play like Hidu Turkoglu and Boozer together. I don't know. We could do something like that. Fred Jones, Jerome Williams, Ethan Thomas at 25 years old. We also get Malik Rose out of it. It's not a bad deal because we do get a upgrade at the center position. Eric Dampier. Also get a first round pick, which would, could come in handy. But yeah, I guess the best offer I got was definitely that Spurs offer. So I guess we can do this one. We're going to offer Juwan Howard, Robert Swift, Troy Crawford. We also get a backup power forward, Malik Rose, and get Ethan Thomas out of it. That's going to be an upgrade to center position at the very least. So we will take that. And now we need a backup guard, it's looking like. So if we can get a backup guard, we kind of have a full rotation. So we got Ward out here. We got Brevin Wallace, Mike James, and then you have Trenton Hassel, which I think I'll go ahead and go for him. So Trenton Hassel, if you want to become my backup shooting guard, that'd be really nice to have, and we sign him. All right, that's gonna be our offseason. So our upgrade isn't the greatest in the world, but if we look at player progression, hopefully Korver's up like crazy, and hopefully Carmelo's up like crazy. So Korver's only up 2, which is kind of disappointing, but Carmelo 85, Boozer 87, Arena's up to 92. Thomas is up, and you got James Posey going up as well. So overall, everyone's kind of progressing. Would have loved Korver to go up even higher, but hey, he shot 47% from 3 in year number 1, so hopefully he can kind of keep doing that, and then I don't think it'll matter what overall he really is. Rotation is going to be Agent Zero, Kyle Korver, Carmelo Anthony, Carlos Boozer, and Ethan Thomas, James Posey, Trenton Hassel, Malik Rose, and then Chris Anderson, which actually is a really damn good rotation, so I'm expecting big things this year. If things don't end up going well, I guess I could see a world where I stop the trade deadline and make some type of trade, but I don't plan on it. I plan on just kind of playing this out, and hopefully we are the first seed again, but maybe this time we can go all the way to the finals. That'd be really nice. Tim Duncan wins MVP. Dwight Howard's Rookie of the Year for the Atlanta Hawks. 6-man goes to Juwan Howard on the Spurs, so as soon as I trade him away, he has a really good year off the bench. I mean, he kind of did that for us as well. Tim Duncan, defensive player. Ron Murray, most improved. So you got MVP for Tim Duncan and defensive player, just like Shaq last year. And then George Karl is your Coach of the Year for the Milwaukee Bucks. And you got David Fuller as your executive. So the Bucks are out there doing their thing. Gilbert Arenas, I mean, I should probably stop signing this man because he's an absolute cheat code, but him being so young, it's just so easy to get him. 28 and 10 on the season, 48% from 3. Honestly, the percentages we are getting are kind of crazy. Tim Duncan, KG, and Shaq make it as well. Do we get Carmelo making All-NBA third team or All-NBA team? I don't think so. All-defensive first team, do we get anyone here? I doubt it. Unless we had someone. No, we do not. Okay, and then All-Rookie first team, I don't think we had a rookie really. So we are the first in the Western Conference again, which is, really nice. I think this year is a potential for us to make the Western Conference Finals. Give Arenas 28, and then you had 23 from Carmelo, 16 from Kyle Korver. Once again, Kyle Korver, ridiculous percentages. I imagine you have 44% from 3. Really nice to see that, averaging 16. And then 15 from Boozer, 12 from James Posey off the bench, and then 7 from Malik Rose, 6 from Trenton Hassel, and 4.5 from Ethan Thomas. 3 from Chris Anderson. Not too bad. Really good season. We got the Lakers and the Spurs on the other side of the bracket, so that should help us out a lot. Maybe we make it to the Western Conference Finals this time, but we get the Rockets in round 1 who have Yao Ming. So game 1, up 1-0 on them. Game 2, they even it up. Game 3, they're up 2-1. Please don't lose in round 1. Can we beat them in 6? We can. All right, we're on to the second round. Now we get Minnesota, which we just beat this team last year, but, it's a different year. Anything is possible. They have Manu Ginobili, still have Wally Jersey back, and then Jersey I don't know if I'm saying that name right. Kevin Garnett's still here. Kendrick Perkins, Shaquille Thomas, Joe Smith. So game 1, we're down 1-0. Game 2, we even it up. Game 3, we're up 2-1. Can we make it to the Western Conference Finals? And we do, but we get the Spurs. So this is going to be the ultimate test here. San Antonio, obviously, Tony Parker, Steven Jackson, Bruce Bowen, Tim Duncan, Brendan Haywood. A very, very, very good team in San Antonio. Now, I honestly want to push this down to an 8-man rotation, play my 8 best players, because I feel like we're going to need it to beat a San Antonio team. So Chris Anderson's out of the rotation, I guess, and hopefully Carmelo, Gilbert Arenas, and Carlos Boozer can get it done. Game 1, we're up 1-0. Great start, beat them by 25. Carmelo 29, 27 and 13, 23 and 16. If we're playing like this all series, we're going to be unstoppable. Tim Duncan had a great game. Can we go up 2-0? We can. So that's a great start. 125 to 109. Great start. Let's keep it up. Can we go up 3-0 and step on their necks? And we're up 3-0. Let's go. Does not matter though. Anything is possible in 2K. 3-0 leads are blown all the time, especially for me. So let's keep it up. Foot on the pedal. And we beat them in 5. Yes, okay. So we do not have them come back from a 3-0 deficit. That feels really good. We eliminate them in game 5 behind Carmelo Anthony's 32 points. Okay. Now we have the Milwaukee Bucks, who have Sam Cassell, a young Ray Allen. They got Zaza, Tim Thomas, this Michael Redd. This is a really good Bucks team. Really good team. So I'm not sleeping whatsoever. Very talented Bucks team. But we have a good team as well. So hopefully we can get it done. Game 1, we're up 1-0. Beat them by 1. We still won in Milwaukee. Are we the home team? We might be the home team, actually. So game 2, can we take care of home court advantage? We do not. We allow them to get one on our home floor. Hopefully we can steal one from them. Game 3. They're up 2-1. We lose by 1. Can we even it up? Game 4. Come on, baby. Let's go. We even it up. Game 5. Big Simcast games here. Game 5 back in Denver. We could take this one. We could go to Milwaukee and take the lead and win the... oh, please, 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 please hang on. Please get the lead back. We're trying to get it back. And we take it for a second, but they keep it. 28-13 from Gilbert Arenas. 25-7 for Carmelo. This is to force a Game 7 back to Denver. If we can do that, anything is possible. Game 7 with the momentum. If we win this one, come on, baby. Come on, Denver. Push it in. Hang on. Hang on to the lead. Hang on to the lead. This is a close one. Hang on. You got this. You got this, Carmelo. Oh, we're letting it go. We're letting it go. Come on, man. Do not do this to me. No. Oh, my goodness. This is as close as it could be. Oh, my goodness. I'm nervous. I'm jumping in. I'm jumping in. I'm jumping in. I got to do this. I'm so trash this damn game, man. It's so unfortunate. We lose in 6. Steve Kerr retires the Denver Nugget. Didn't even know it was on our team, to be honest with you. But we got to the finals. So for me, I would just like to retain the roster. And we're only going to get better at this point. We're still very young. So the fact that we've even made it to the finals and pushed the Bucks to 6 is a good sign. Don't get me wrong. It's just really disappointing for me to jump in and give it up the way I did. So we're going to grab Joe Reeves back. We're going to keep him around, and let's go to draft night, where actually I don't even care. I'm ready to just get into this last season because I think this is going to be the last season. We're already a damn good team. We got Rashad, player options, Carmelo, and Kyle Korver will accept. Qualifying offers, Ethan Thomas, I want back. And then as long as we have any other free agents, I want them back as well. We have Singleton, but it doesn't give me the qualifying offer on Ethan Thomas, it looks like. But obviously we can't get like a Shaq or anything, so... Ethan Thomas, did I renounce? No, I did not renounce, thankfully. Okay, so I'm not going to renounce Ethan Thomas. He is our starting center. So 2K, if you could stop telling me to renounce him, that'd be great because I'm planning on keeping him. So there's no reason. You got Swift out here, which I thought that was a Swift we drafted for a second. But no, let's get Ethan Thomas back on the roster and then everything will be just fine. We match whatever he got offered and then that should be our rotation. So it's going to be Gilbert, Tim Hassel, Kyle Korver, Carmelo Anthony, James Posey, Carmelo, yeah, Carlos Boozer, Malik Rose, and then that's good. All right, let's go to player progression. Let's run it back another year. Hopefully the last season we have to do this. Kyle Korver's up to a 77. But Gilbert Arenas and Carmelo keep progressing. But yeah, we just got to the finals. Hopefully we get back to that point, and this time we win a championship. So Gilbert Arenas so far is still in the show in this rebuild. He wins MVP this time around as well, and then we went 67-15. So yeah, this got to be the year. Carmelo, does he make an All-NBA team this year? He does. All-NBA third team. So we're the first seed again. I mean, we've been the first seed throughout the video, though, and we get the 8th seeded Lakers. So already don't like this. 29 from Gilbert Arenas, 27 from Carmelo, 18 from Kyle Korver, and then 17 from Boozer. So I'm kind of hoping Shaq left the Lakers, or I feel like I could be in trouble here, and he did not. So we get the Lakers, who have pretty much a better roster than earlier. They have an 80 overall. Swift now. I have a weird feeling that this is going to end and in the Lakers beating me here, because AFCs are scary and the Lakers are scary, and at least in the Kobe era. 3-0 though so far, and we sweep them, so never mind, no problem, no issue. Now we get the Spurs. So we beat them in 5 last year. Hopefully we can just do that again. Game 1 we're up 1-0. Game 2 up 2-0. Are we gonna sweep it? Nope. 3-1. Beat them in 5, please. Let's go. Beat them in 6. Let's go. We're on to the Western Conference Finals again, and now we get the Memphis Grizzlies. So the Grizzlies at this point have Chris Bosh and Pau Gasol, also Shane Battier. That's actually a really good front court tandem that they have. Joe Johnson as well, and Jason Williams, not to sleep on them as well. And a very solid bench with Earl Boykins and Drew Gooden. So pretty solid Memphis team. I'm just hoping they don't have a better team than we do. Game 1, we're up 1-0, beat them by 19. That's a great start to this. Game 2, 2-0. Game 3, they win. Game 4, we win, and we beat them in 6, maybe. Let's go. We're in the NBA Finals again. And now this time we don't have to deal with the Bucks. Instead, we get the Detroit Pistons, who have, I assume, Rip Hamilton and Ben Wallace at this point. They have Chauncey Billups. Shout out to Chauncey Billups for being the Blazers head coach. He has shown more promise than Terry Stotts ever has, to be honest with you, in my opinion. So far, it's only 4 game or 5 game sample size. We did lose to Miami Heat yesterday, so that sucked. But John C., Corey Maggette, Mike Miller, David West, Ben Wallace, Travis Outlaw, Antonio, and Josh Powell. So let's see how this ends. Game 1, up 1-0. Game 2, up 2-0. Do we win a championship here? I think we do. Beat the bad boy Pistons in 5. That is your ball game. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Gilbert Arenas is your finals MVP to end off the video. Got rookie Carmelo Anthony, well, on his rookie contract, I guess, a championship here in Denver. So I have to feel pretty good about that. But I'm going to end the video there. Comment down below what you guys want to see for next Throwback Thursday. And like I said, make sure you drop a like that way. I know you guys still want to see Throwback Thursday. It's not gotten a lot of love lately. I know people have still been asking for it, which is why I've still been doing it. But yeah, definitely let me know you guys still want to see Throwback Thursday. This is Crushables saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.